Happy travelers, vacation travel hacks here. We are talking about the Carnival Jubilee, brand new ship to the fleet, the 7-night Western Caribbean cruise. This video, we're going to talk about how to get you to the cruise ship and then some of the ports of call, kind of discuss free excursions that may or may not be available. And of course, we'll give you an overview of some of the paid excursions that are available. But logistically, we got to get you to the cruise port. If you've never been to the Galveston area, we got to orientate you there. Some of the airports that service the area, and well, we also got to get you back. So let's talk about it. Make stops in Mahogany Bay, Cozumel, and Cozumel. Galveston is part of the greater Houston area. You got two different airport options. You got George Bush Intercontinental Airport. Then you have the Houston Hobby Airport. And, in terms of pricing, Hobby might be a little cheaper from time to time, but you have good options. You'll have frequent flights. You'll have no problems getting to Houston. It's pretty huge. We always recommend here at Vacation Travel Hacks landing at least a day early, just to avoid any of the hassles of any airline issues that may occur, whether it's air traffic control, staffing shortages, software issues, TSA staffing, any number of reasons that could cause a delay. Get there a day early. Not too far of a drive. It took me about 45 minutes. Maybe it was moderate traffic. There can be some traffic. Another reason to get there. Of course, if you land the day of, there is transportation from the airport back to the Galveston area to board your cruise. And if you land a day early, one of the options, what we did, was stayed close to the airport. You took a hotel shuttle from the airport, complimentary hotel shuttle, from George Bush to the hotel. And then the next day, we took the complimentary shuttle back to the airport and boarded the paid transportation from the airport to the cruise terminal. And that's a best practice. Otherwise, if you Google Houston, there's countless transfer options, and of course you got taxis, Ubers, and Lyft if that's really what you want to do. It just seemed easiest for us to do the airport back and forth. When you get to Galveston, the Carnival Cruise Port is right here. I've never had it change. I'm going to knock on wood. I don't know if there's a reason for it to change, but if you are boarding the Carnival transportation, they will know where you're going. And most people familiar with the Galveston area will go there as well. If you make your way to Galveston, a lot of the area hotels also have shuttles. Just talk to them to discuss pricing. Some are free, some are not. Some were free and some are not now. But they should know how to get you there. Otherwise, you're on the ship. Your first, one of your stops is Costa Maya. Really cool cruise, really cool port because there's a lot to do in the area. And so do you have to take an excursion? No, there's lots of shopping to be done in and of the area. One time we were here, we were docked here on this side of the terminal, and then there was a boat here and here, but the waves were breaking against the pier and splashing, and it was a fantastic time. I've got absolutely soaked. And you know what? If nothing else, that's a word of caution that sometimes the waves can be a little rough at this port. It's a pretty good walk, scenic though, to the port here, and there is countless paid things to do that we'll show you right now. Something for everybody. If you hate the sand, you never have to touch the sand. If you like the sand, well, that's good too. So you got salsa and salsa. You can eat salsa and then head to the beach. When I think of salsa, I think of the beach. Then you got the zip line, and there's a water park. This is something we are absolutely looking into doing. It's highly reviewed, and my kid likes water slides. That might be one of the chief reasons we do this. Also, he likes zip lining, as we found out if you follow my other videos. He got me to zip line, and if you're like, oh, my kid would never get me to zip line, well, if you do it, it turns out to be actually a pretty good time. Otherwise, we'll continue on down here. Just want to relax. There's a beach escape. There's a dolphin swim, some lazy river stuff, and then we got the Mayan ruins. Man, this is really what I want to do. Like, I went to Mexico City and went to the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. Now I need to go to these, and this is on the to-do list. The con is it's a little bit of a drive, so I haven't been able to do it yet. Not for people with kids, and I have a kid. So when I look at the reviews, it's kind of like, I don't know. But always wanted to do the ruins. And so the reviews here are really, really for you. And, if you see an excursion and it's poorly reviewed, take a look. Take a look as to what kind of what's going on there. And I'm going to see highlight of the trip and the bus ride. It's 60 minutes each way. It's not so it's a 4-hour excursion. The other reason I'm leery, 2 hours at the pyramid. But I mean, what else am I going to do? I'm not going to spend the night there. But 50% of the excursion is travel, so I'm a little leery about it. But everyone, look at all the recent reviews. They absolutely love it, and I hope next summer that I'm able to get one of these cool pictures here. Look at these people. They're like, hey, I was here, yay! And that should be me. That's going to be one that I do. Now that I've done zip lining, why not do the pyramids? Otherwise, you can do ATV, hang out with some birds, snorkeling. We always enjoy snorkeling. That's a staple. Then you got some. I'm sure there's some tequila tasting somewhere. Off-road Jeep. Looks like you can get mud. Who doesn't love a little bit of mud? So there is something for everyone at this particular stop. And we'll head on to the next stop, Cozumel. You got your Carnival dock right here. Again, so lots of duty-free stuff to do. Just hang out and enjoy it. I mean, you can literally do it for free. You just hang out and walk around and, they got a tiki beach bar for crying out loud. But if you're like, hey, I want to do, what are my options? Similar to the last port, you want to get on a boat and snorkel? Sure. You want to go to a beach? Yeah, you got that too. What about Jeeps? What about dolphins? Want to hang out with dolphins? Yeah, they got it. What about a aqua trio? What about hanging out at a snorkel, playing with stingrays, sharks, and then hopefully sharks aren't on the barbecue, but some food. Yeah, that's there too. It's there's my dad's in the Navy. He doesn't want to go out to the water, but as many of these things as we've done, he's never had to set foot in it. The submarine there doesn't go super deep. It's more for your cosmetic viewing. It's a shallow submarine. Mayan ball game. That looks kind of fun. And it's got pretty good reviews. Most of these things are highly reviewed. So, if there's something that you see that catches your fancy, go and check out why everyone loves it. More dolphins. Everyone loves rays. Nice little snuba there. All right. So let's head on to the next port. My favorite, hey, you know what? I've been to probably 80% of the popular ports, and this is my favorite port of call. So your ship is going to dock probably right here. Mardi Gras parks here. So Jubilee is the similar, so it should also park here. Well, you're swimming here, and the boat's so huge, so as you get pictures in it, it looks like you're like swimming right next to the ship, even though it's like several yards offshore. You don't have to buy anything here. You certainly can. One of the things you might want to buy is the Skyliner. There's a Skyliner ride that you can take, and it'll take you from here down to here. Otherwise, there's a little path that you can see on the Google map. You can walk it. I think it was there was a Skyliner VIP beach thing. I think it was like $69. We'll take a look at it here in a minute. But it got us chairs and an umbrella and a pass to and from here. Also gave us some things to do. We were able to do some kayaking. Turned out that I'm a good kayaker, and that's exciting. Also snorkeling. There's snorkeling. You walk to the edge here. There's snorkeling as part of that. So yeah. So it's very scenic, and it's my favorite port. It really is. It's just a really nice little port there. All right. So if you don't want to hang out there, boats will take you other places. You can look at a botanical garden. You can go to a different beach. You can go swimming with dolphins. Another all-inclusive kind of a beach day. Hang out with monkeys and sloths. We're big fans of the animal encounters, and this is one we always look at. But when you can just hang out at the beach for free, we don't go anywhere. Then there's a zip lining you can do. The zip lining, I'm telling you, if you haven't done it, super fun. Highly recommend it. And relaxing on the beach plus kayak. And that's for 2. I think that might have been what we did. We'll take the next page here. Top 10 in Roatan. That's another item. And here's what I was talking about. Relax on the beach plus snorkel. This is for 2, and you're right there on that picture. Just out, the boat's there. It's really probably the most fun you can have, if truth be told. Everyone's having fun doing whatever it is they want to do. Relax on the beach package for 2. Let's take a look and see what this includes here. At the beach, here's the Skyliner I was telling you about. Take you back to the shopping district. Lots and lots of chairs. The ones with the umbrellas, they are for the people that get the packages. The ones that don't have umbrellas, they're kind of first come, first serve. You get 2 beach chairs, 1 clamshell, and then you get the magical pass. So there's 3 of us. So we spent $128, but it was fine. It was 2 people. We got the 2 chairs, and we just shared it. So there's 2 of us, me, my son, and my wife, and we just got it for 2. And I went and bought the other Skylift chairlift pass. So, but if you're 4, hey, that's perfect. That's really good. And then you can get a selfie here. Anyway, it's a good way to start the day looking at this. It's definitely one of my favorite places here. All right, so let's finish up. Those are your 3 stops. Can you do something for free at each of the ports? Yeah, you sure can. And they are really good ports to go to. Let's get you back home, though. Eventually, Jubilee is going to pull back into Galveston, and so let's talk about how to wrap it up. So, may I suggest, especially on this class of ships, the Mardi Gras, the Celebration, and the Jubilee, all have 2 theaters plus comedy and whatever other shows are going on. Late dining and early dining, we have discovered, conflicts with some of the family engagement, like the family-friendly comedy shows, for example. And then sometimes there's only 1 show in the evening, and the anytime dining could conflict with. The late or early dining could conflict with that. When you have anytime dining, you can look at the day's schedule and plan with your group and say, hey, these are the shows we're interested in seeing. And then move your dinner around that. That is super flexible. And I thought maybe the choose my time dining thing was going to be a little bit of an issue. It really isn't. I check in, and within 15 minutes, I check in at the room. And by the time I head to the host, our table is already called. So except on the first day. First day can take about a half hour, 40 minutes. But you plan for that. Everyone's kind of figuring it out. We already talked about flying in the day before. Houston, the codes are HOU for hobby, IAH for intercontinental. Both of them service Galveston. Check the hotels for a shuttle. Should be okay to fly back anytime after 12 p.m. And I recommend that for the Galveston, mostly because of traffic. While weekend traffic may not be as bad, I'm never comfortable, even in Fort Lauderdale or Miami, I never recommend flying home anytime before 12. Can it be done? Yeah. Do people do it? Oh, yeah. But can I sit here, talk to you, and say, do it? No, I can't. Guys Burgers, Shack's Chicken Shack, Blue Cantina, there's the food. There's going to be a lot of food. Make sure you try it. Yeah, there's going to be the buffet, and that food's good too. But I always recommend other stuff. Also, not listed here. This is a bonus one. This one will have a coaster and the Bolt. And a best practice for us that we actually failed when we were on Mardi Gras the first time was we waited a day or two too late to make a reservation. You got to go when you check in, get on your Carnival Hub app. You'll see the bolt. Make a reservation when you get on. Pick the first time that's available. We made a reservation, but it was winding on the way back, and it was too windy, and they canceled it, so we didn't get to ride it. So if that's something you want to do, don't delay. Get in there, get it done. And if you have a kid and kids club is important for you, get in there day one, immerse your kid into it, and it's a lot better than going in day two when a lot of the kids might have already made friendships, and it gives your kid that new change school in the middle of the school year feeling. So, hey, you're on the Jubilee. You got a fantastic itinerary, great stops, great ship, and it's going to be a fantastic time. And I'll see you in the next video. Travel safely.